What's up, athletes? Welcome back. Today, we have a 7-minute full body killer sculpt coming up. Now, I'm not going to lie, this one is going to be a doozy, but it guarantees amazing results. And that's all you need is just 7 minutes today to get that burn in, to get that work in, and to keep that metabolism elevated for the next 48 hours. Now, athletes, if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe so that we keep training together. And remember to maybe tag a friend or share this video with somebody who you know would love it and work out by your side. Now, what I want to tell you today is to keep your mind on guard for fake pain. Now, what does that mean? There's a difference between fake pain and real pain. Real pain is the pain that keeps you up at night. It's that pain that you experience the first thing in the morning. It's the pain you feel all day long that just keeps coming and going, or maybe is constantly there. Whereas fake pain is temporary pain. It's the pain that begs your mind to stop, but the moment you stop, it goes away. Now, this type of pain we feel during exercise. Now, remember, we're working for just 7 minutes, and that fake pain is gonna keep coming up, and your mind is gonna keep telling you, stop, take a break, stop. But what happens when you stop? It goes away. So remember, just strengthen that mind. What I always do is slow down. I modify whenever I need to. My goal is always to stay consistent. We've got a 7-minute workout today. It's a no-stop workout. We're working for 60 seconds, moving from one exercise to the next. And so I'll find my pace, slow down, and make sure that I can do the full 7 minutes without stopping. All right, athletes, now let's get to it. All you're going to need to follow along today is your mat and then 2 pairs of dumbbells. So find a lighter pair that you have and then maybe a heavier weight. So I always use a medium weight. A medium weight for me is something where I could sustain for 45 to 60 seconds without needing to stop. If I do a few reps and it feels too heavy, then that's a heavier weight for me. So if you don't have the full set of dumbbells, grab whatever you have at home, a couple of cans from the pantry, anything that will work for you today. You're also going to need an elevated surface. We're going to be using this for dips that are coming up, but then it's also great to have your setup somewhere nearby where you always have an elevated surface. If you're working out with me, you know that we get into a lot of plank positions, and the way that I got my push-ups, the way that I got all of these movements was by modifying in that elevated surface position. If we do these movements on our knees, not only do we risk to injure our knees over time, but we also don't build that strength. It actually is a completely different movement. So maybe reposition, press pause, move us over to a place where you've got your elevated surface, you've got your dumbbells, and you've got clear space. All right, athletes, now let's get to it. Let's go through the first exercise. You're going to need a lighter weight for this one. We're gonna get into a warrior lunge. So this is the warrior 2 that we see in yoga. And so let's just go ahead and set up. So go wide enough on the mat so that when you bend your knees, it doesn't track over the toes, okay? As you bend your forward knee, I want you to think about tracking over just the second toe. Then I want you to align your heels. So keep those heels in the same line, push the knees, and now bring the hips forward. All right, so this now starts to get a little bit tight there around the hips. So instead of having the hips this way, bring them forward, face me. And now with your weight, come on down, push that knee over the second toe, and then now lift it up. And as you're lifting up, I usually place my hand here. This just reminds me that I'm not rotating, so I try to stay nice and straight. And if you want to lighten the load on the arm, just bend the elbow a little bit. All right, athletes, let's go for it in 3, 2, 1, and go. So bring the pubic bone to the belly button, bring the shoulder blade back and down, and then check how slow I'm moving through the movement. Remember, on the way down is that opportunity to gain strength. So the way that muscle building works, the way that strength building works is actually on the eccentric movement. So it's on this, not the up, but the down, where we're coming back to that shortened muscle position. So make sure you don't just relax the arm and relieve that tension in the shoulders, but move slowly through it with control. All right, now I'm gonna bet you're starting to stand up a little bit. So sink down here with me because I'm feeling that I'm starting to stand a little bit. Stay straight. Bring the pubic bone to the belly button just a bit more. Come on, push through that knee, tracking it over the second toe, making sure that you're engaging the glutes to bring a little bit more external rotation. Shoulder blades back and down. I'm gonna continue to say this as a reminder for you and for me. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's switch to the other side. Toes, just switch, bring the pubic bone forward. And now same thing, keep that position. Track the knees over the second toes. You know, I keep readjusting. You see me do that, and you will too. So as you find that your position changes because you're sliding or because perhaps there's a little bit less awareness, just go ahead, reposition. You may feel that your hips are tighter on one side as compared to the other. That is the case for me for sure today. And it depends on the movements that we were doing prior. And so totally fine. Just continue to breathe through it. Don't rush. Try your best to keep that movement the same as you did on that first side. That's it. Track the toes, sink in a little bit deeper. Pubic bone to belly button, and pull that shoulder blade back and down. Again, we have that tendency to hike up the shoulder as we do these lateral raises. All right, getting ready to switch here. And then we're gonna go for a plank pass through. So grab your heavier weight, come into a plank position with me. Remember now, this is the opportunity to elevate yourself up here as well. So come on over, plank pass through, and then keep the weight on the floor as you slide back and forth. And notice that I'm pivoting through the hips, keeping my bum low, squeezing through the glutes. Nicely done. We're gonna get into a hip lift press position in just a moment. You have the option to bring the shoulders onto the elevated surface or stay on the floor with me. I'm gonna be doing this on the floor with the heavier dumbbells. That's it. Engage here the core. Don't break. Stay with me. Shift from side to side. And then get ready to switch quickly. We're not going to spend too much time in transition as we get onto the floor. And now you know what movement is coming up next. So don't grab water. Remember, push through that fake pain today with me. 3, 2, 1. All right, quick switch now. Let's go. Just be mindful with the back and the movements. All right, hips up. Hold that position and then press. That's it. You got it. Push up a little bit higher. Good work. Moving my little box here out of the way. That's it. Hips up. You're going to feel that tendency to want to drop the hips, but continue to really drive through the heels. So this movement is not the low back doing the work. It's the whole posterior chain. So push up through the heels and feel the whole entire body moving. Just checking out my clock here. All right, we're getting there. That's it. Continue to breathe. Stay with me here. Keep these movements nice and smooth. We're switching soon. Checking our time one more time. That's what I thought. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and switch now. So we're gonna get into our dips. So come on over now. Place the hands behind you. You can extend the legs if you would like a little bit more of a challenge, or bend the knees. And I'm bending the knees because I'm feeling my arms, my shoulders after the first movements. And just to show